Hi, welcome sa episode 7 of the Basta Bitcoin podcast. Dito sa episode na to, I'll talk about something very special, which is a program that I started late last year. Ito yung tinatawag ko na Bitcoin Savings Program. This episode is a first installment. My goal here is just to try to describe to you why I decided to do this program, kung bakit ko gustong matutunan ng mga tao yung konsepto ng pag-save in Bitcoin. I'm trying to do this because I think this is a game changer. It allows people to avoid the ravages of inflation, and it gives people an exit dun sa destructive effects of the fiat system. Let's start with the basics. Kung titignan nyo dun sa previous episodes, diba, I talk about the function of money. Ito yung payments and savings, medium of exchange, and store of value. Karamihan sa atin, walang problema dun sa payments, especially kung meron kang cash or meron kang pera. Kung meron kang cash, madaling gamitin yung peso here in the Philippines. If you have a bank account, especially today, digital na yung mga pera kaya napakadaling mag-transfer ng pera. The other aspect of a monetary system is yung ability to store value. Ito yung tututukan natin for this particular episode. Yung store value function is very crucial dahil it allows people to store the value of their work, to store the value of their labor. Kung wala kang store value, para kang walang battery, no, for your surplus, for your savings. Ang ibig sabihin nun, hindi ka pwedeng tumanaw ng malayo. Mahihirapan kang tumingin sa future, mahirapan kang magplano ng iyong buhay. And that's particularly the problem with the fiat system. Because of what happened in the 20th century, yung traditional function ng pera na payments and savings, nagkahiwalay siya. So today, yung fiat system is a good instrument for payments, pero it's a horrible store of value. So yung pera natin, it's designed to lose value because of inflation, and it loses value katulad nung dinescribe ko dun sa ibang episodes precisely because of the money printing, because of the monetary debasement, because of the dilution of the money. Dito pumapasok yung special qualities ng Bitcoin. Yung Bitcoin is an upgrade to the monetary system precisely because it's not only a good form of money in terms of payments, it's also an excellent store of value. So yung Bitcoin, you can send it to anyone all over the world without anybody's permission, and nobody can stop you from sending money anywhere to anyone. So the other quality, and yun yung gusto nating tutukan for this particular episode, is yung store of value function niya. So whereas yung fiat is designed to lose value at the rate of inflation, yung Bitcoin naman is designed to not lose value dahil wala siyang inflation. It's sound money, it's hard money, it's digitally perfectly scarce. So yung 21 million Bitcoins na available all over the world, no, will be available forever, and yun na yung total supply niya. So ang ibig sabihin nun, walang kapangyarihan anywhere in the world from now until the end of time na makakapag-dilute nung Bitcoin. So ano yung analogy na pwedeng gamitin natin dito? The analogy is yung isang timba na nilagyan mo ng tubig. So nagpakahirap ka na mag-igib ng tubig, and you want to carry yung tubig na yon from one place to another. Yung fiat system ay isang timba na may butas. And yung butas na yon ay yung inflation. Kaya yung pinaghirapan mong tubig habang dinadala mo siya papalayo dun sa kanyang source, nababawasan ng nababawasan at the rate of inflation. Bitcoin on the other hand, is a perfect store of value dahil bilang isang timba, wala siyang butas. Kaya naman habang dinadala mo siya kung saan, hindi siya nababawasan ng value over time. Ano yung savings? Savings is the transmission of value over time. So kung meron kang isang alkansya at nilagyan mo siya ng pera, 10,000, you expect na after 5-10 years, yung 10,000 mo, yung purchasing power niya will remain the same. We know for a fact that fiat will not be able to retain its value precisely because of inflation. Bitcoin, on the other hand, is not designed the way fiat is designed. In fact, it's designed precisely to remedy the problem of the fiat system, which is its inflationary tendency. A lot of people will say na, well, you cannot save in Bitcoin because it's too volatile. Masyado siyang magalaw and nakakatakot na mag-impok ng pera sa isang uri ng sistema na in one day can lose 5%, 7%, although in another day can gain 5 or 7%. There's a way to remedy that particular concern ng volatility, and it's precisely by looking at Bitcoin as a long-term store of value. And that's precisely what savings is all about. And there's a system that's meant to remedy yung short-term volatility ng Bitcoin. Yung mga tumitingin dun sa volatility ng Bitcoin, a lot of them are speculators, a lot of them are traders. Kaya naman paborito ng mga traders yung Bitcoin dahil ang pananaw nila, yung volatility na yun is their opportunity. But that's precisely what we want to avoid dahil trading is for the most part just astrology. Trading for the most part is just gambling. What people are looking for is an honest money that can be a good store of value. Something na pwede silang maging kumpiyansa na kapag hinawakan nila over time, pwede lang ibigay sa kanilang future selves or sa kanilang mga anak or sa kanilang mga apo. And yung system to remedy yung volatility or short-term volatility ng Bitcoin is yung tinatawag na cost averaging. So yung ibang tawag nila dito is DCA or dollar cost averaging, and yung iba naman dito sa Pilipinas, it's peso cost averaging. So how does yung cost averaging works? Napaka-simple lang niya. Unang-una, mag-set aside ka ng small amount of money every month, every payday. And yun yung gamitin mo na pangbili mo ng Bitcoin every month or every payday. Huwag mong pansinin yung current price ng Bitcoin if you're cost averaging. Ang titignan mo lang ay yung quarterly or annual performance niya. Dahil if you have a high level of confidence that Bitcoin as sound money will perform better than fiat, will perform better than stocks or bonds, then ang gagawin mo lang talaga is to regularly save in Bitcoin. And kung ginagawa mo siya, you don't need to trade. You don't need to look at the daily charts of Bitcoin. You don't even have to read the news. Ang kailangan mo lang talaga is to develop some kind of confidence na Bitcoin is a form of sound money that you can use as a form of savings. By the way, in case you find the contents of this podcast interesting, or if you're interested in doing a deeper dive into the history of money or the Bitcoin monetary network, you might want to check out the books I have written. They're available locally and internationally. Locally through my website, and internationally on Amazon.com. So let's now go to the Bitcoin Savings Program. No? Ang Bitcoin Savings Program is an empirical experiment that I designed. Naisip ko siya last year dahil kailangan ng mga Pilipino ng exemplars. No? Kailangan ng mga Pilipino ng isang empirical validation of Bitcoin as a store of value. And hindi sila titingin doon sa mga ginagawa ng mga Americans and ng mga Europeans. Ang gusto nila ay mga Filipino na mga exemplars na pwede nilang gayahin. So, for the Bitcoin Savings Program, ang ginawa ko, pumili ako ng 11 mga Pilipino, karamihan sa kanila mga estudyante or staff ng Silliman University. Yung iba taga Laguna, yung iba naman taga Tondo, yung isa taga Cavite and Quezon City. So, these are regular people and ang ginawa ko sa kanila ay tinuruan ko sila ng Bitcoin. I gave them an introductory lecture kung ano yung Bitcoin. And pangalawa, tinuruan ko sila how to use basic Bitcoin wallets. And pangatlo, tinuro ko din sa kanila yung program which is yung peso cost averaging. So kung titignan nyo yung chart na pinapakita ko ngayon, merong 11 Pilipino nag-start on different dates. Yung iba nag-start ng December, yung iba nag-start ng January, yung iba nag-start ng February, at merong isa nag-start ng March. And yung goal ko dito is to show na kayang gawin ng mga ordinaryong Pilipino kahit na ng mga estudyante na mag-impok or mag-save in Bitcoin. And if they do this, over time, we can determine if Bitcoin is indeed a very good store of value that can beat inflation. At kung titignan natin yung chart na ito yung partial results ng Bitcoin Savings Program, yung total na savings nung 11 ay umabot sa 45,000 pesos, 965. And yung current value ng Bitcoin nila is 50,116 and 25. Which means na kung titignan mo yung lahat nung inipon ng 11 na Bitcoin savers, they were able to gain 8.28% over the course of half a year. And kung makikita nyo, hindi sila nag-trade. They started saving in a very disciplined way. Almost every month, nagsasave sila. Yung iba 200 pesos, yung iba 500 pesos, at yung iba naman ay 1,000 pesos. And the goal here is to show na yung cumulative average of people who are saving in Bitcoin will have one particular result. And it is this, no, na kapag nag-impok ka sa Bitcoin, tataas yung value ng fiat na savings mo. And true enough, they were able to gain, no, as a group, no, 8.28%. Kaya naman kahit pataas baba yung Bitcoin, and especially in the last few weeks, no, pababa yung Bitcoin, they were still able to manage an 8.28% without doing anything. In the meantime, everybody else saved in fiat has lost value at the rate of inflation. Yung iba naman na nag-hire pa ng ibang tao, they look for yield, no? They take risks para lang makahanap ng yield or para ma-avoid yung inflation. Whereas itong 11 na savers na to, because they know how to save in Bitcoin, because they have a basic understanding of Bitcoin, dahil marunong silang gumamit ng mga Bitcoin wallets, as a group, no, they were able to avoid the ravages of inflation. And in fact, tumaas pa yung fiat value ng kanilang savings by 8%. So, tingnan nyo na lang yung individual performance ng mga savers. Yung isa, tumaas yung value ng 129%, yung isa 9%, yung isa 2.95%, yung isa bumaba ng 6.3%, yung isa 8.53%, yung dalawa 11 point something percent, yung isa 14%, yung isa naman 13%, at yung isa 2.98%. And so, it means na Bitcoin for the past 6 months has been a good store of value. So, ito yung tinatawag ko na very practical system for using Bitcoin as a store of value. Dahil nga, yung importanteng use case ng Bitcoin really is its ability to move value over time. And I also wanted to demonstrate that Bitcoin is for everyone and hindi to para lamang sa mga kayang bumili ng one whole Bitcoin, and Bitcoin is also available for students of Silliman University or saving in Bitcoin at the rate of 200 pesos or 500 pesos per month. And this is really a perfect savings tool para sa mga low income and even middle income na mga Filipinos. It goes without saying na if you have a lot of money, Bitcoin is a perfect store of value. But dahil dun sa principle na Bitcoin is for everyone, makikita nyo uh, dito sa chart na to na kahit ordinaryo kang mamamayan, kung naiintindihan mo yung Bitcoin at marunong kang gumamit ng Bitcoin wallets and you use Bitcoin as a store of value or as a savings tool in a very disciplined way, you don't have to trade, you don't have to speculate, then you're going to be able to beat inflation. This is episode 1 or installment 1 for the Bitcoin Savings Program. In another episode, I'll show you how to actually save in Bitcoin with the use of specific wallets. But for this particular episode, I just wanted to introduce itong Bitcoin Savings Program. I'm very excited with this program because sa tingin ko kaya itong gayahin ng mga individual and ng mga barangay, ng mga local governments, ng mga tao sa private sector and sa public sector. And ultimately, ang goal ko is to introduce Bitcoin to everyone. Kaya in the end, you will have a nation of savers. So itong episode na to really is a demonstration or attempt to introduce yung power of Bitcoin as an inflation hedge or as a hedge against inflation. Alam naman natin na karamihan sa mga Pilipino, lalo na yung mababa yung sweldo, talagang iniipit sila ng inflation. Kaya once they recognize Bitcoin as an exit or as a viable escape, then maybe kahit na maliit yung sweldo nila, pwede lang gamitin yung Bitcoin na pang-temper doon sa damaging effects ng Bitcoin. Kaya naman, yung mga Bitcoiners na katulad ko were very excited about this technology dahil it presents a powerful solution to a problem that afflicts everyone, not just Filipinos, but everyone in the world, and that is inflation.